Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Statements by Rainbow, and I'm Rainbow. In today's case, I will be talking about Harley Jr. Harley Jr. was born in October of 2015, and tragically he passed away July 31st, 2018, 3 months before turning 3 years old. This case is out of Florida. Harley was living with his mother in a trailer park community, and Harley's mother had been working, and for the past 2 months she had been leaving him with the boyfriend, and so the boyfriend pretty much had total control over the home while she was away from work. The boyfriend would text the mom after what he considered disciplining Harley, and when bruises would appear, he would state that he had hit Harley with the belt. Her response sometimes would be, don't hit him with the belt, hit him with a purse scrap instead, because the belt was leaving bruises. Then there were some times where she was like, what did you do to my son? On July 23rd of 2018, his mother had called 911 because during that time, Harley would not open his eyes. He hadn't opened his eyes in 2 days. While she was in the hospital, she had texted the boyfriend stating that, I think they're going to take Harley. I've been calling CPS on me. On July the 27th, the boyfriend had texted the mother a picture stating Harley had scratched himself. When the mom got home from work and she looked at Harley, she didn't believe that it was a self-inflicted scratch. It looked like more so whelps from a belt. Then, the 28th through the 29th, Harley wasn't acting himself. The mother claimed that he was more clingy to her, not the boyfriend. That he more so, when the boyfriend was around, that he would cry. On the 30th, the mother had woke up. She had gave Harley, she allegedly said, some juice. He had been up and around, and she laid him down around about 4 in the afternoon. She had left Harley again with the boyfriend and took a lift, stating she went to go cash a check, as well as to get groceries, and she had reached out to a friend about getting some smoke. When she got back home, Harley was laying on the floor, and there was vomit on the floor and the bed and stuff. She laid him back down in the bed, and she went outside to smoke a cigarette and chose not to call 911, stating she was scared that CPS would get called on her. So around about 6 something, she had gave Harley ibuprofen and some antibiotics and laid him down and left again to go get the smoke that she had earlier on and reached out to her friend about. Of course, leaving Harley with the boyfriend yet again. She got back home around about 9 something that night. Harley was moaning of pain and kicking his legs and groaning and stuff. She said he was as well dry heaving. She allegedly stated that she attempted to give him a bath, but she was kind of scared that his head would go beneath the water, given that he was kind of hunched over due to the pain. So she gave him more medication and laid him down and went to smoke what she had brought with the boyfriend. On the 31st, around about 3 something in the morning, Harley was unresponsive and limp, as well as his eyes was rolling in the back of his head. And so she called 911, and within the 911 call, she was stating that she felt that her son had a stomach virus. Harley was taken to the hospital, and they discovered that there was bleeding on the brain. Harley had visible bruises on the face, as well as a rash on his left arm and leg. The mother had stated that that was due to days prior leaving Harley within the home with the boyfriend while she was at work. During the autopsy, the medical examiner noted numerous bruises on the face, forehead, being consistent of being hit by a belt. There was a scar on his lower bottom lip, as well as scratches on his nose. His bowels had been lacerated, which caused an infection. called peritonitis. Peritonitis. I'm going to put the spelling right here. He had several hemorrhages within the skull and brain. The bowel laceration and several hemorrhage was due to blunt force trauma. The was consistent of a injury that happened 2 to 3 days prior, which was something he could have survived if he had got the proper medical attention immediately. The cause of death was blunt force trauma and the manner of death and homicide. The mother and boyfriend were arrested on the same day, July 31st. On August 2nd, they were both charged. The boyfriend, first-degree murder, aggravated manslaughter of a child, aggravated child abuse, neglect, and child abuse with great bodily harm, as well as the possession of the smoke and possession of paraphernalia. The mother was charged with aggravated manslaughter of a child, neglect, child abuse with great bodily harm, child abuse, and failure to report child abuse, possession of smoke, possession of paraphernalia, and a BOP, which I believe she was on probation from petty theft. So I think it was a probation violation. Okay. My thoughts. You so in love that you will allow someone to hurt your child, and you knowingly do it, even though you might not be physically doing it yourself, but you letting it happen. Like, how can you look at your man like he manning and he taking advantage of your baby? I know in one of the news clips, the people stated that they didn't see him coming outside to play. You know, he was in the window, like he's in a torture chamber. No offense to anyone, but you working so hard. Evidently, you live in the trailer park. Nothing against that, because I ain't saying I wouldn't do it. But you live in a trailer park that usually they're not expensive at all. So you're supporting you and this dude that was watching your son per se, so you can make a little bit of money, and for him to kick your child's tail, like, I don't know. Now, what's y'all thoughts? Tell me what do y'all think about this story, and what do you think? Should the mom get the same charges as the boyfriend? Should she spend this, given that she didn't do the physical part of it herself? Should she have got the same thing the boyfriend got? Tell me in the comments, what do y'all think should have happened? Thank y'all for watching.